हरे राम 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 हरे हरे गुरुवे गौरचंद्राय राधिकाय तदालय कृष्णाय कृष्ण भक्ताय तद्भक्ताय नमो नमः। तो कैलाशवासी,
यस प्रभु जी।
you're not going anywhere?
यस प्रभु जी।
You're not?
यस,
Nothing,
क्या बोल
nothing.
रहे हैं?
मेरा तो directly जा रहा है कि you cannot attend the class today.
नहीं, मैं एक्चुअली ना वो चांदनी चौक आया था, उसका देखा हो गया, काम हो गया, मैं कान में लगा के आ रहा हूँ। फिर रास्ते में क्या दिक्कत है, सुनते सुनते चले जाएंगे।
ठीक है।
इज योर हेल्थ राइट राइट ना? ओके
Yeah, it's okay. I'll tell you later.
ओके।
Mute yourself. Hmm. So you're reading the ninth chapter of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and Raganuga Bhakti, page number 93, Rag Bhakti and Gitas. Besides Sri Krishna's Ras Leela, the 10th canto of Srimad Bhagavatam contains 6 very special rasa-filled Gitas. As the Srimad Bhagavatam is the cream of the Vedas, these 6 Gopi Gits are the concentrated sweet burfi of Bhagavat. Pure devotees pursuing Braj Bhakti in the mood of the gopis, ecstatic divine passion, these 6 priceless jewels known as the Gita or songs of the Braj gopis are most important and essential. Why is that, you may ask? In these deeply emotional love surcharge verses arising from the immaculately pure heart and the Braj gopis reveals the topmost ecstatic loving sentiments of Mahabhav or pure divine love for their dearly beloved Pritam Shyam Bhagwan Sri Krishna. Raganuga sadhak must study and meditate upon these Gita in order to quickly attain perfection in their Manjari Bhav, Upasana, which means worshipping Radha and Krishna in the mood and manner of a Sakhi Manjari. When studying these Gopi Geet or any sacred book, one should also see the commentaries of our illustrious Gaudiya Vaishnava Acharyas. Here is a brief outline of the Braj Gopis, 6 Gitas. See, we were trying to do that. We've studied at least Gopi Geet, but now it's our term to complete our Venu Geet. Then I'll tell you Pranay Geet, Brahmar Geet, there's so many Gitas. So one Geet is Venu Geet. In these verses, 10th canto, 21st chapters 7 to 19, the Gopis describe Shri Krishna's Purvahan Leela, 8 to 24 to 10:48 a.m. After Govinda leaves in the morning to tend his cows in the forest with his cowherd friends. When the gopi is back in the village, hear Krishna's sweet flute song echoing and resounding in the distant pastures, their heart thrills with ecstatic hankering. In response, the lovely damsels of Braj sings about their beloved Sham, his amazing flute, and Sham's enchanting pastimes in the land of Vrindavan. Then the second is Pranay Geet. This Geet appears in the 10th canto at the end of the first chapter describing the Rasa dance, namely chapter 29, verse 31 to 41. After the gopis heard Krishna's flute invitation for conjugal love, they dropped everything and ran towards the dark, frightening forest to stand right before their beloved Shyam. Yet Shyam appeared to reject them, so the damsels of Braja forcefully expresses their loving sentiments and pure intentions. In these outpouring of deepest pure love, the Braj Gopis reveals a type of sweetness in prema called pranaya. To better understand the gopis' feeling at this time, please attentively read and reflect upon the following passage. Pranaya Prem is mentally or equality and oneness of heart between the lover and the beloved. It includes boldness, firm faith, and trust, and it is completely free from the slightest scent of reverence. Ujjwal Nilmani states that pranaya is the fifth stage. Rati Prem Sneha Man Pranaya. ठीक है? So, of ever thickening sweetness in divine love. In Pranay Prema, the lover completely identifies with the beloved, but not like the oneness of the Jiva identifying with Brahman in Sayujya Mukti. Right? At this level, the lover feels that one's life, mind, intelligence, body, and garments, pran, man, buddhi, deha, vesh, are identical with the counterpart in one's beloved. The lover thinks you are my very pran and I'm your very pran, life force. Thus, in their loving exchanges, there is no hesitation, fear, or distance created by respect. For example, Sri Krishna can place his feet on Radharani's breast or pass his chewed pan into Radharani's mouth without any fear or hesitation. So, the third is Gopi Geet. This Geet appears in the 10th canto at the beginning of the third chapter describing the Rasa Leela, namely chapter 31, verse 1 to 19. On the camphor white soft sand of the Yamuna's bank, the beautiful cowherd damsel of Braj sang the Pranay Geet in chapter 29, and this song late in the night, Nisha Leela, 10:48 p.m. to 3:36 p.m. During the course of the Rasa dance pastimes, after Shri Krishna suddenly disappeared from the scene, the gopis, overwhelmed by a feeling of separation from Krishna, sat down on the bank of the Yamuna after continuously searching for Krishna for a long time. Each gopi began addressing Shri Krishna, the personal manifestation of all enjoyable taste, according to her individual mode of ecstasy, and praying for Shyam's merciful darshan. The pastimes of Krishna spontaneously aroused in the mind of the gopis, whose consciousness was fully imbued with Shyam's presence. They sang their song Gopi Geet, which relieves the agony of those suffering from the burning pain of separation from Krishna and which bestows supreme auspiciousness. Yugal Geet. The Geet appear in the 10th canto in the chapter 35, verse 2 to 25. Every day when Krishna went to the forest, the mind of the gopis would run after their beloved Shyam. While staying back in village, tending to their course, the youthful damsel sadly passed the time singing of Krishna's pastimes, while eagerly awaiting Shyam's return. Standing in small group here and there in Braj, the gopis recited pairs, yugal of verses describing Shri Krishna's late afternoon pastimes, Aprahan Lila, 3:36 to 6 p.m., of returning from posturing ground, Uttara Goshta Lila, Uttara Goshta Lila, with the cow and the cowherds boys. Then Viraha Geet. The Geet appeared in the 10th canto in chapter 39, verse 19 to 31. This chapter describes how a dismal day in February, Akrura came to Braj to take the tender boys Krishna and Balram out of Braj on the Mathura city for a wrestling match with the fierce and hefty henchmen of the notorious demon king Kamsa. Priyaji Radha and other gopis were frightened at the prospect of even the moment's separation from their Priyatam Sham, their very life and soul. So when they heard the news, they become extremely upset and distressed. Their face turned pale from their heavy breathing, and their dresses, bracelets, and braids began to slip off. When Radhika heard about this, she remembered some of her sweet, intimate moment with Sham and fainted. Tossed by the high waves of Prema, the Braj Gopis spent the night in the gopis of various emotions like madness and fainting. Losing all external awareness, the gopis began to remember Krishna's pastime. They lamented and condemned the traitor for separation them from Shyam. The gopis said that Akura did not deserve his name. Cruel means cruel. Akrura means who is not cruel. So which literally means not a cruel, but he is very cruel. So he was actually very cruel to taking away their to be taking away their dearest Sham. Due to the intense anxiety of thinking that they may never see Krishna again, the gopis regain external consciousness. Thus, at dawn, the lovely redemption of brothers thought, let us forget our shyness and try to stop our Pritam from leaving Vrindavan. Then they eagerly gathered in great longing before, before Nanda's door and expressed the deep feeling of love and separation in what is called Viraha Geet. One is the Yugal Geet, then the Viraha Geet. In Krishna's divine love affair with Srimati Radhika and the newly married brides of Braja, there are four types of meeting of Sambhog and four types of separation, which is called Viraha or Vipralamba. So when lovers are separated by great distance for a long time, it is type of separation or Viraha called Sudur Pravas. So Nectar Devotion chapter 44 Prabhupada cites Srila Rupa Goswami Pa's Padyavali to describe this. Since the inauspicious day when Krishna left Vrindavan to go to Mathura, Srimati Radharani has been pressing her head on one of the hands and constantly shedding tears. Radha's face is always wet now, and therefore there is no chance of Radha sleeping even for a moment. Radharani was always weeping for Krishna because of his separation, and she could not sleep for a moment. And how did Krishna feel in separation from his dearly beloved, sweetest Radhika? In the Prahlad Samhita, Uddhav says, Sri Govind the panic stricken due to being pierced by the arrow of Cupid. He is always thinking of Radharani and he is not even accepting his regular meal, nor of Govinda able to sleep at night. The six Gits are Brahmar Geet. This Gita appears in the 10th canto in chapter 47, 12 to 20th. After Shri Krishna left the gopis and went to Mathura, he sent Uddhava back to Vrindavan with the message to pacify the gopis who were completely Uddhava, who were completely distracted in Krishna's separation. When the young maiden of Braj saw lotus-eyed Uddhava, who wore a yellow garment and attractive earrings, they were astonished at how much he resembles Krishna. The gopis brought Uddhava to a secluded place where he could speak to them confidentially. Remembering their pleasurable pastimes with Krishna, the gopis abandoned all the propriety and shyness and loudly cried. At that time, she, Radha, saw a bumblebee and mistook it to be a messenger of Uddhav or someone very dear to him and Krishna. Completely bewildered by intense pangs of love in separation from Sham, Divyonamad Mahabhav. Radha spoke to that bee like a mad woman. We all know it and happened to Uddhav Kari. Although Uddhav tried his best to console the deeply anguished Radharani and the damsel of Braj, who were so anxious to see their dearly beloved Sham, once again he failed. Rather than helping or pacifying the Braj Gopis, Uddhav himself became completely baffled and amazed by the deep and extent of Srimati Radhika's intensely mad love in separation from Sham. In response, Uddhav spontaneously praised the gopis with prayers of gratitude, glorification, appreciation, and aspiration. Uddhav, the direct disciple of great Brihaspati, the confidential friend of Shri Krishna, and the wise counselor to the Vedas, to the Yadavas, was begging the simple cowherd damsel of Braj to bless him with the dust of their feet in some future lowly birth of his as a creeper on the ground of Vrindavan. It seems the pastime occurred during the morning. So, in the times of union or separation, Sham darling, sweetheart's joys of tearfully sang these Gitas while crying in the agony of bliss. The cowherd themselves of Braj relish the sweet ecstasy of their Shringar Prema. Ecstatic, pure, and intimate love for Shamsundar, the dashing sweet lord of love. The hope these chapters summarizes will inspire devotees to regularly hear and chant this topmost Gita of the 10th canto. In practice, with this practice will surely enhance one's budding attraction for following the Braj Gopis. These songs are specially meant for sadhaka, describing or following the path of Raganuga Bhakti in persuasion of the Madhurati of Braj Gopis as taught by Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Devotee will quickly develop the mood and feeling of redemptions of Braj by regularly hearing these six songs of the love divine, and moreover, since the Braj Gopis are the most devotees of Bhagavan Shri Krishna in all of the creation, any devotee who daily hears or these songs will surely read these songs will surely increase one's attraction, love, and attachment for our sweet Lord Shri Krishna. Is Manjari Bhav in Goswami books? The answer is yes. Even though some devotees argue that culturing Manjari Bhav as a form of Raganuga Bhakti sadhana is a concoction and with no scriptural basis. It is true that specific word Manjari or the phrase Manjari Bhav is not found in Srimad Bhagavatam. Okay? It is not found in Srimad Bhagavatam. Okay. It's a very important point, huh? It is true that the specific word Manjari or the phrase Manjari Bhav is not found in Srimad Bhagavatam, Chaitanya Chaitamrit, Bhakti Samit Sindhu, or in Brihad Bhagavatamrit. So why Manjari Bhav is not directly mentioned in Chaitanya Chaitamrit? Early during his stay at Radhakund, Sri Krishnadas Kaviraj wrote Govinda Lilamrit in Sanskrit, which is full of the name of the specific Nitya Siddha Manjaris along with their seva, mood and feeling. At the end of his manifest presence at Radhakund, Sri Krishnadas Kaviraj wrote Sri Chaitanya Chaitamrit to summarize the Goswami's book and teachings, which were all written in Sanskrit. The simple Bengali language of his book, of his work, made the basic tenets of Gaudiya Vaishnava philosophy easy to understand for the masses of Gaudiya Vaishnavas, who at that time were mostly Bengalis. Since Manjari Bhav is confidential aspect of Mahaprabhu's teaching, for the fortunate few, Sri Krishnadas Kaviraj did not deem it to fit for mass distribution. Thus, he did not directly mention the word Manjari or Manjari Bhav, but he did not avoid or overlook it either. Throughout Chaitanya Charitamrita, Sri Krishna Das Kaviraj Goswami used terms like gopis, gopi bhav, smarana siddhadeha, and meditation chinta, which are all directly related to Manjari bhav and to Manjaris who are also gopis. Very important point, huh? Nevertheless, the practice of Raganuga Bhakti sadhana and the Gopi Bhav is integrated to the teachings of Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita. Thus, the word and phrase Manjari and Manjari Bhav, along with the meaning and the practice of worshipping Radha Krishna and Madhuri Rati as Sakhi maid servant, Dasi, Aka Manjari of Sri Radha in Manjari Bhav, is mentioned and specifically described in the following important books of our Gaudiya Vaishnav, Goswamis, and Purvacharyas. These books are bhakti nourishing, bliss products producing, and life perfecting nectar in the form of transcendental vibrations. Thus, every Raganuga Bhakta should deeply study and absorb and regularly meditate on the teachings of the following most precious and priceless sacred scriptures. Gaudiya Granth describe Manjari Bhav. Raghunath Das Goswami, Stavavali, especially Vilap Kusumanjali. Rup Goswami, especially Stavmala, especially Utkalika Vallari. Rupa Goswami, Ujjwal Neelamani. ठीक है. Then Narottam Das Thakur's Prem Bhakti Chandrika, extensive description. Srila Narottam Das Thakur's Prarthana, extensive description. Srila Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur, Sankalpa Kalpadrum, extensive description. Srila Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur, Shri Krishna Bhavna Mrita, extensive description. Srila Prabodhana Saraswati Radha Rasudhanidhi, excessive description. Prabodhana Saraswati Vrindavan Mahimamrita, extensive description. Shri Krishnadas Kaviraj, Govinda Leelamrit, extensive description. And Bhavna Sar Sangraha, Siddha Krishnadas Babaji, Tatpad. Important books for Raganuga Sadhana. ठीक है? Well, there are so many books, but we should concentrate first on Bhagavatam, Sri Bhagavad Gita, of course, and Puran. Some of the Puranas like Padma Puran, Skanda Puran, and of course Brahma Samhita, then Garga Samhita also, and then Goswami Granth. So these are the names, you know. So besides these essential books, there are many of the other important books or tikas that Raganuga Sadhaka should study and know. Most of these books are cited in Sri Nanda Babaji Maharaj's wonderful performed Ras Leela filled tikas on the Goswami books. The following list of the 50 books may seems like a lot of books, but it really is not when you consider that most devotees practice bhakti sadhana for at least 30 years. Thus, if you read only one book in 7 months, then in 30 years you will finish all of these most magnificent compatibility valuable transcendental tomes. Wow. So Srimad Bhagavad Gita Bhagavatam, and if you think that you're going to live for at least 30 years, so 7 months you target you take and then you start reading this Bhagavad. Srimad Bhagavatam, especially 10th canto, then Srimad Bhagavad Gita with tikas, of course, then the Puranas, Padam Puran, Skanda Puran, Adi Varaha, or Brahma Vivarta Puran, or Hari Vamsha. ठीक है? Then Brahma Samhita, with Jiva Goswami Sika, and of course Garg Samhita, and then the Goswami Granth. What are the Goswami Granth? Krishna Kandamrita. Krishna Kandamrita, oh my God, it's a very intense book, huh? Then Ananda Vrindavan Champu, Alankar Koshtub, Krishnanhika Kaumudi, गौर गणोदेश दीपिका श्री चैतन्य भागवत बृहद भागवतामृत हरि भक्ति विलास भक्ति रसामृत सिंधु साधना भक्ति चैप्टर विद आचार्य टिकस उपदेशामृत लघु भावनामृत ललित माधव विदग माधव राधा कृष्ण गणोदेश दीपिका स्तव माला दान केली कौमुदी पद्यावली हंसदूता उद्धव संदेश मधुर महात्म्य मनः शिक्षा दान केली चिंतामणि and ब्रज विलास तव. ठीक है? And Chaitanya Charitamrita, Sandarbhas, Bhakti and Preeti, Gopal Champu, ठीक है। माधव महोत्सव, माधुर्य कदम्बिनी, राग वर्तम चंद्रिका, राधिका ध्यानामृत, रूप चिंतामणि स्तवव्रता लहरी, व्रज रीति चिंतामणि, उज्ज्वल नीलामणि, किरण, भक्ति रसामृत सिंधु बिंदु, भावतामृत कण, चमत्कार चंद्रिका, भक्ति रत्नाकर एंड सॉन्ग ऑफ राय शेखर, अष्टकाली लीला भजन. Wow, at least we've read 5 to 6 books out of these books. For 3.5 years, I have already completed of yours. So we have to read more books now. About books and me. Although we could not find even one entry in a folio search of Srila Prabhupada's teaching, it is common saying among many that books are the basis. Indeed, would any devotee be without any stimulating, satisfying, and enlightening books of our Gaudiya Vaishnava tradition? To close this chapter on Raganuga Bhakti and sacred scriptures, we will mention how transcendental Shastras saved me from the hell and gave me a total new life, enriched with the enlivening and encouraging hope that one day I will attain an eternal blissful life serving Radha Govinda Yugal in Golok Vrindavan. 43 years ago, I took birth in an exciting life of Sri Krishna consciousness from the mother of Srila Prabhupada's wonderful transcendental books, Krishna book, Nectar of Devotion, and Bhagavad Gita as it is. For 1 year, I did not see or even know who my father was. Mama told me, your father is very busy traveling around the world, expanding our family business of writing and distributing spiritual books. You will see him after some time. It means that Maharaj got initiated, but for 1 year, Prabhupada was all the time roaming around. So that didn't matter so much anyway because I myself was too busy being loved and fattened by my mama. In that tender first year of my life, mother showed me with so much compassion and patience and care. I just can't believe how she slowly, personally taught me to correctly think and desire, feel, love, and act, not only for my own benefit, but interestingly enough for the benefit of everyone around me too. Believe it or not, after 1 year of being Mama's wild winning babe, I soon become a very good Krishna conscious kid. When Papa finally came home, how radiant, down to earth, warm, and compassion. I thought as I gazed upon his beautiful golden transcendental form with my clear and innocent baby eyes. Father picked me up and held me tightly in his arms with the kind of embrace that says, I will always be here to help you, protect you, and guide you throughout your life. Don't worry and don't be afraid of anything. My little baby heart whimpered a reply. Yes, Father, I fully believe you. I will take shelter in your words and always follow the transcendental teachings received from your mother, from mother. Since we are often asking, what do you think about Srila Prabhupada and his books? The short story is my reply, along with the obvious fact that whatever I am and have attained, whether I am and wherever I am going, it is all because of Srila Prabhupada and his wonderful transcendental books. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. And you know what? I am being very honest with you all that if anybody would ask me, I would also say the same thing because the first ever book which had changed my life was, of course, Science of Self Realization. Then the second book which has actually developed, Braj Bhav or Braj attachment towards Krishna or Braj Bhumi was Nectar of Instruction and Nectar of Devotion. These two books. So Prabhupada's books have changed my life too. And this is what exactly is happening with all of us. All glories to Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Vanchakal Vaisya Kripa Sindhu Bhavecha.
तो वैष्णवी भ्यो नमः कांत कोटि वैष्णव की जय।
Jai. Any commentary? Any comment?
No, Prabhuji, no.
Galavati Mataji, any commentary? Any comment you want to make?